Hello everybody, good afternoon. My name is Juan David Pastor. I'm a student at University UNAT. So this video is going to be about the phase 1 recognition activity for the course Didactics of English. So now I'm gonna start with this video. So I'm gonna give my concept of Didactics of English. So for me, the Didactics of English constitutes a field of knowledge that addresses complex processes of language teaching and learning in order to improve practices and adapt them to the changing circumstances that occur in this activity. Also, through pedagogy, different aspects of classroom practice are explored. Methods and processes of learning a second language through the implementation of different curricula, selection of class materials, resources, and media for teaching English. On the other hand, learning a second language through different teaching tools, which is the same education that teachers provide, can bring real things into the classroom, which is meant to help students learn. Therefore, it is recognized that demonstrating the power of teaching through practice can demonstrate to prospective students an innovative approach to learning a second language pedagogically. Allowing for contextual learning, a second language begins with the teacher, so the new pedagogy promotes bilingualism. Now for continue, I'm gonna talk about some key points of the practice guideline. So regarding the key points that must be taken into account for the realization for our pedagogical practices in the place that we were assigned, it is important to comply with established parameters, complete and comply with the hours assigned for each phase. Keep a record of everything type of activities that we carry out in these practice spaces. In the same way, knowing that it's vitally important to comply with all these parameters, science pedagogical practices is one of the fundamental requirements of degree. Okay, so now let's continue with the duties. So as interns, we have some duties to fulfill, such as read and understand the internship guidelines document, pedagogical and educational of the School of Educational Sciences, responsibly assume the enlistment procedure of the pedagogical and educational practices, plan and have sufficient time for the fulfillment and development of the activities in situ and of the activities in the course of virtual campus. In the same way, maintain assertive, pertinent, and constant communication with the practice scenario, the accompanying teacher, and the head teacher of the practice scenario. And now let's continue with the rights. As practitioners, we have some rights such as to be adequately attending in the pre-practice seminar and to have a segment of relevant practice scenario taking into account our needs and complying with what is established in this regulation for its assessment. Likewise, receive relevant teaching accompaniment that allow us to strengthen our pedagogical and educational practice, pedagogical, didactic, technological, and investigative processes, which lead to the strengthening of our skills and competencies as a teacher, to be valued and respected in all academic spaces for the development of our pedagogical and educational practice courses. Now for continue with the last thing that I'm gonna talk about is the schedule that we have for the every phase that we're gonna have in this course and how we're gonna use these hours for every phase. So we're gonna start with the practice hours in the phase 2. So in the phase 2 we're gonna have 8 hours for participant observation practice, 2 hours for material development, and 3 hours for SAPEC. In the phase 3, we're gonna have at the same 8 hours for participant observation practice and 2 hours for material development. And now with the phase 4, we're gonna have 3 hours for adjusting the portfolio, 3 hours for the simulator, and 3 hours more for SAPEC. So I think that now I arrived to the finish of this video. I talk about all the things that I think that are important in this course. That was all for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in a next occasion. Bye bye.